So here's the ugly picture. 2008, remember the stock market crash. The good news is it's up over 11,000. The bad news is it creating jobs? Are there like tons more opportunities as a consequence of that? I don't see it, but maybe a lag effect. Housing foreclosures, I saw a statistic the other day that 1 in 5 houses or mortgages is underwater. 20% of all mortgages are underwater, meaning the value of the house is less than the actual mortgage value. And then the worst, sort of the tough part is that the unemployment numbers are up over 10%, and still are. They haven't changed much in the last couple of years. So the terrible truth is that there are very few jobs. There are very few jobs. The good news, and this is what I'm going to hopefully convince you of, is I actually believe there are lots of opportunities, real opportunities, paying opportunities. It's just in how you approach seeking those jobs. So, does anybody know what these 3 things have in common? Anybody, come on. Just an intimate group. Yes, sir.
They had an issue at one point, and the media just hit him hard.
Okay. Yeah. What's that?
Brands.
They're all brands. They're also all start with P. And somebody in one presentation said they're also related because Roman Polanski was from Poland, and and then he went to France, and Perrier was from France. That was not the intent. The point is they're all brands, right? If I say, what does Poland mean to you? It means something very specifically to you. It doesn't mean a paragraph, doesn't mean a page. It means 1 or 2 attributes. Maybe positive, maybe negative, maybe neutral. But it means something to you. The same with Perrier, and if you know who Roman Polanski is, the same with him. Not a paragraph, a particular attribute or point that you associate with that entity. So the thought is that everything is a brand, including each of you. And therefore, the inverse of that is true, that branding is everything. And there's a syllogism I use to support them. The purpose of any entity is to create value. Insert you. When you are looking for a job, your purpose is to convey your value. When you get a job, your purpose is to deliver value. If you work for me, we have a contract. We have an implicit contract. I give you money. Megan, I'm giving you money. You give me value in return. In order to create value, any organization or individual needs resources. In order to acquire resources, you have to either ask for them and or you have to warrant them. And the truth is, all resource givers, whether it's employers providing you with a job or friends giving you a referral, whatever, they all have a choice. They all have a choice to give to you, to give you that job, to give you that help, or not. And so therefore, you are competing, right? You're competing with other people. You're competing with other people for that job, and you're competing with other people for the referral from the friend of yours. You are never alone in this. There are always others that are seeking what you seek. And so your task, just like any good brand's task, is how do you differentiate yourself? How do you convey yourself in a way that's more relevant and more desirable to the target market that you're talking to? Does that make sense? I know it sounds obvious, but I'm going to show you that most people don't do this. So it's really about the brand of you. And I'll tell you a story. So there are a lot of people that have crossed my threshold over the last 2 or 3 years seeking my help, either looking for a job from Holland Mark or asking me to help them find a job. And one person in particular came to me about 9 months ago. No, I guess it was a little longer. But anyway, she came to me. She's mid-40s, very seasoned marketer, worked for some of the biggest brands in New England. Truly sort of accomplished person. And I asked, she was looking for help. She's out of a job, looking for help, find a job. And so I asked her to describe for me what she was doing in terms of looking for a job. And she goes, well, I go on Monster every now and then, and I talk to a few people here and there, but it's sort of whimsical, capricious, random acts of job seeking. And I looked at her and I said, blank, Jane, stop wishing for a job and start marketing. And this is a marketer. She knows how to market things. Why wouldn't you apply all the things that you know about marketing to yourself? So what are those things? The first thing you know as a marketer is it's all about the target market. So The target market, think of it in a couple different ways. One is the people that you are trying to engage with, crazy as this may sound, are human beings. And they have a left brain and they have a right brain. And when you go to market with your message, you go to market in that interview, you go to market in the follow-up to that interview, recognize that those human beings buy things as much emotionally as they buy things rationally. If you just serve up the rational story, you will miss a huge opportunity to engage and to differentiate. Okay?